everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is stop moving in with these men. Stop moving in with him. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now let's dive into this message. I did pull a video just to get us started. Don't leave your home to move in with a man. Let's look at this video, and we have a letter. And then we're going to talk about this issue. Here we go.
Ladies, stop moving in with these men. You meet a man, he's broken emotionally, physically. You take your time to heal him. You cook for him. You clean for him. You love on him. You pray for him. You even spend some of your money on him. He's whole and healed, and he said, bye. You have nothing to show for it. In most states, common law is not recognized, and a verbal agreement to provide is unenforceable. Listen, if you are going to be with a man, he needs to put a ring on it, your finger, and marry you, or he needs to put a deed in your name. Not a lease, but a deed to show that you are the owner. Listen. Time out for being with bums who are bosses and all they want to do is fine dine you, take you to exotic places, buy you designer clothes and bags, and then when they leave you have nothing else to show for. A real boss wants to make sure that he takes care of you emotionally, financially, and physically. But it's time out for moving in with these men. It's not worth it. Your time, your love, and your resources are too valuable. Stop living with these men. If they don't want to put a ring on it and marry you, or they don't want to put a deed in your name, say la vie, baby.
Don't move in with no man. I don't care how hard it gets. I don't care what he'll pay for, how much he love you. Because when everything get bad, he starts struggling, he gonna want you to do everything when he the one promise you everything.
It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
Shacking up with a man before marriage. Ladies, do not move in with the man. If you live out of state and he tells you to move out of state to come move with him, do not move in with him, and do not let him move in with you. Living with a man is just an opportunity for him to groom you behind closed doors where nobody can see. He gets to isolate you from your friends and family, train you to be his father, cook, clean, and he's going to expect you to go to work and pay most of the bills, if not all of the bills. And you'll be expected to sleep with him every single day, give him money, tolerate his cheating and disrespect because he feels you're stuck, you have nowhere else to move or live, and you have to deal with it. And he will dangle the promise of marriage and engagement ring just to string you along so you could keep paying the bills while he run the street. It's a scam.
Okay, now you see what they said in the video. It's the worst thing you can do is to leave your home, your comfortable home, to move in with a man. Ladies, a lot of us would do this because we're thinking we can save on the rent, we can get a bigger place, we can put our finances together, and everything will be lovely. No, it rarely works out like that, ladies. Let's read this letter and see what she says. I heard you say, don't move in with the man straight away. Well, that was a big mistake I made. 10 years ago, I met a man online and immediately started making arrangements to move to America and move in with him. Well, I can kind of understand that because, there's a lot of folks from other countries who want to get to America, period. All right, so if you get a chance to move in with someone in America, I can understand you taking that chance. But Most times it just doesn't work out. We were both retired, and I had been single for 12 years. I sold most of my things and said goodbye to my grown children and grandchildren. Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. So, you are retired. This is a retired woman, not a young woman, a retired woman who you sold your things, your home, your everything, and said goodbye to your children and your grandchildren for a man that you met online. Okay. It cost me thousands of dollars and nearly 12 months to get my application approved so we could marry. Oh, he offered to marry you, did he? That's why you threw caution to wind to go to marry a man that you met online. His ex-wife had left him and he got a divorce just before I arrived. Ladies, do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how dangerous that was? Ladies, don't do that. Don't do it. He always seemed so nice and polite and sweet on the phone. And when he came over to my country to meet me. Okay, so you did actually meet face to face before you picked up and took off running after him. Okay. But the day I moved into his house, I realized what a bad, tempered, controlling, argumentative bull in a china shop I had taken on. Wow. I know that set you back a few steps now that you have picked up everything, sold everything, said goodbye to everybody, come to America to this. Now, since you're here, now he's going to show you his true colors, his true face. All right? He argues about the most trivial things, like if I left a light switch on, or if I didn't read the directions for a new skillet we had, or something about the toaster. He yelled at me like a crazy man. He often abused me loudly, cussed me out in the supermarket, in Walmart, over some eggs. All right. It's obvious that you did not know this man before you moved forward with him. I'll say forward, not moving in, because moving in with him was a bad idea anyway. You probably did it because you want to get to America. I understand that. A lot of women would take that risk just to get to America. All right. But it looks like the man that you chose is abusive. Now what? Let's see what you say. I was so embarrassed. I did not know what to do. I had no money left to leave. That's right. You sold everything just to get here. You say it cost you thousands of dollars just to get to America. Now he knows that he's got you now. He's got you in the web. All right. So now he is going to abuse and use you because he knows you have no money to leave. You have to suffer it out. And that's why he flipped so sudden. He know you were out of money. You can't just turn around and go right back to what? You had nothing to go back to. Ladies, it's a trap. It's a trap and a scam for you to leave your home, no matter where you are in the world, to leave your home, sell out everything to move in and marry a man that you just met. Okay. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to do it even if you weren't marrying him. If you were just going to move in with him, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Plus, his house looked like a toxic waste dump when I got there. He and his family never lifted a finger to clean it in 20 years. Wow. Well, I stayed and we married. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. You saw all of this and then you married him anyway? Did you marry him because you felt like you were between a rock and a hard place? You had no alternative. You might as well go along with it. Is that why you married him? You had no money to go back home. So you were kind of stuck. But it has been a nightmare. I am 74 now and trying to find a way back home where I have nothing. Even my children have abandoned me. Well, maybe, maybe your children were trying to get you to stay put and not to run off with this man, and you don't want to listen. Maybe that's why they abandoned you. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. After fighting with him for 10 years, I am worn out. So you married this man and stayed with him for 10 years. He never lifts a finger around the house or the yard. And our marriage has never been consummated due to his obesity. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, listen. Your letter is beginning to look like you just wanted to get to America. That's what it's kind of looking like to me. Because I'm sure before you married this man, you knew how big he was. And if he is so big, so huge, that you couldn't even find it, come on. Come on. This is a joke. All he does is sit in front of his computer and TV all day and night. Since I arrived, he has had colon cancer and a triple bypass on his heart after a heart attack. I nursed him through those hard times, but he is ungrateful and still has a hair-trigger temper. I fight back, and we go at it like hammer and tongs. Well, see, now you both are toxic. Now you both at the same low vibration and toxic, okay? I think he is mentally unbalanced, and the slightest thing sets him off. He leaves a trail of mess after him all over the house, which I clean up, as I like a clean house. That's probably why he wanted to marry you. He needed somebody to come over and take care of that home. You see? He needed somebody to come and take care of him and that home. And ladies, there are a lot of men out here that will marry you just for that reason. They need a maid. They need you to have some money. And they need for you to care for them, to be like their nurse. All right? So they need a nurse. Now, you didn't have the purse, but you certainly are a maid and a nurse. Okay? You say, you were right, Miss Faye. Take your time and really get to know someone before you commit. You got to. You got to, or you're headed for disaster and heartbreak. You got to get to know them first. Take your time. I made the same mistake with my first husband, who seemed so sweet and quiet while we were dating. But the night I moved in with him, I found I had married a violent alcoholic. Okay, now something is coming to light here. You see, you didn't learn a lesson from your first husband. You didn't heal from the abuse that you suffered from the first husband. So that's why you took this man. And you didn't see the red flags in it right away, because you never healed the first time. You see, this is the way that the universe works. You only attract what you have, the energy that you have inside of you. That's what you attract to you. All right? So you didn't heal from your alcoholic, abusive first husband. So you were still attracting that same kind of energy from this man. And if you don't heal from this man, you will attract the same type of man again. Same thing. You gotta heal to cut it off. All right, let's finish up this letter. Some women just never learn, and I am one of them. I hope this message is going to help you today. I hope the ladies listening learn from my story and remember, no matter how lonely you are or how desperate, never leave your home or career or family just to move in with a man you hardly know. It is just not worth the trouble. You don't know who you are really marrying until you live with them. Well, you can halfway know who you're marrying if you take your time. Ladies, you take your time. You didn't take any time from that man. Probably because, after your divorce, you say you have been alone for a while, and then you met this man online. A mistake, a mistake, a mistake. A mistake. And I can understand, I can understand because maybe you didn't get the word about online dating, but now you know. You know. When you know better, you can do better. Don't date online, period. Work on yourself so that you will attract a better quality man. If you don't heal, you're going to attract the same thing over and over. And you can see in your letter that you've done it. And you will do it again. Take your time to love yourself and heal yourself. And ladies, those of you who don't know how to start, look in the description. There are 2 links there. How to start your spiritual awakening. Another sister site that will help you. All things spiritual 777. Look at those 2 links to start your healing process. Now, I do want to recommend a book to you today. This is another book from my library. The Old Farmer's Almanac. I know those of you who are from the South know about this. I don't know if Northerners know, but I was introduced to the Farmer's Almanac when I was in the South, and I just kept it up because it is good information reading. And this is home remedies, traditional home remedies. In earlier days, the pantry and the medicine cabinet were often stacked from the same kitchen garden, which means that in your medicine cabinet, you had things from the garden to heal you. Foodstuffs were both nutritious and good medicine. Now we're learning in modern day medicine what our grandparents knew all along. With this book, learn more about the foods we eat and slow down for a soothing cup of tea, a relaxing herbal broth, or an invigorating spring tonic. People, I am all about natural healing. Natural healing. Because when you heal from your garden, your body would be more accepting of these natural foods to heal you rather than these commercial products that have been manufactured in the lab. You want natural healing. Natural healing. A lot of times we'll take medicines that's prescribed by the doctor, but these medicines are made in the laboratory. They're synthetics, and our body rejects them. Now, it may calm down or remedy something. Medicines today are not designed to cure anything, just to pat you up so that you can keep coming back. Just to pat you up a little bit, make you feel a little better so you can keep coming back. It's about the money. you want to go to natural remedies for the cure, for the relief. All right, people. So add this to your library. And I know that this book will be a real blessing. And it's not a big book. This book will prove to be a real blessing to you. Now, you can look in the description, and I did put a link where you can click on that link. It'll take you right to Amazon where you can get this book. People, I hope that you understand our message today. Don't move cross country. Don't move cross states. Don't move cross town in with a man. You're setting yourself up for disaster, ladies. Be independent. Care for yourself. And ladies, those of you who are older, hold on to what you have. Don't risk it all for a man. Don't do it. You'll find yourself in a devastating position. I hope that the message today helps someone. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here's the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World, YT, at hotmail.com. Try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter and I will comply. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.